Hello, welcome to the Beard Out Podcast. Podcast where we talk about the two greatest things in the world, beer and Weird Al Yankovic. My Aunt Lara and my dad are the hosts of the show. Thanks for listening to the Beard Out Podcast, part of the OddPods Media Network. Stay weird and enjoy the show.
Hey, you there. We've got a question for you. Are you tired of clickbait stories and the loudest voices driving discussions in culture and entertainment?
If so, I'm Dylan.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Corey. And we host the podcast From the Middle. We're middle-class guys living in the middle of America, in the middle chapters of our lives with points of view somewhere in the middle.
We take a more reasonable and centrist approach in our discussions covering genres like comedy, culture, entertainment, and interviews with really interesting folks like business owners, comic creators, doctors, news anchors, New York Times best-selling illustrators, professional stand-up comics, and more. We really value a relaxed and conversational podcast, one that we hope is so fun and laid back, you'll forget you're not actually hanging out with us.
So search at From the Mid Pod, just like it sounds, or check us out everywhere you can find podcasts.
Okay.
Well, hey, how are you doing? Have a seat. Have a drink. Boy, I can glad to see you. Want to come inside? Where's Lala?
Snapping. All right, this is the Beard Out Podcast, and John added some snapping to our theme song.
Didn't you find that snappy?
It's snappy because he's a snappy guy, and we have a unique episode here today because on September 13th, in the year of our Lord 1997, the Weird Al Show debuted on television.
Yeah, and that was, what year was that?
1997.
1997. Okay. Oh, yeah, so this is the 25th
Yep.
anniversary of
It's
that.
the 25th anniversary of the Weird Al Show. So we are celebrating that today by kind of giving you a twofer.
Yeah, well, double episode.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the length of a regular episode, but we're talking
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Because both songs that we're doing are fairly short with not much volume in them.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're doing the Weird Al Show theme song, which is number 50 out of 163. And Harvey the Wonder Hamster, which is number 94
Nice.
out of 163.
I didn't do the thing.
Oh, no.
Welcome to the Beard Out Podcast, the podcast where we talk about two of the greatest things in the world, beer and
I
Weird
almost
Al.
opened the wrong one.
Oh, God. I'm
I
still
nearly
hard.
opened the wrong can, and I am still John.
We're opening the wrong cans, doing the wrong
And I'm still a
thing.
hot mess, you know?
Yeah, and because we're talking about two songs, we each have two beers today, and a rare occurrence is occurring because we're having the same beer concurrently. Currently. Do you like that? That was wordplay.
I do.
So we are starting off with, in honor of Harvey the Wonder Hamster, Sci-Fi Hamster Wheel, the India Pale Ale from Thin Man Brewery, who is collectively one of our favorites because they
Thin Man!
Jesus. Yeah, Thin Man. You know, it's funny. I got reminded by Time Hop that I was drinking a beer by Thin Man Brewery a year ago today, Trial by Wombat.
Trial by Wombat.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. That's a fun one.
We like Sci-Fi Hamster Wheel. It's a good 6.6% ABV IPA. It's, dare I say it, wonderful.
Speaking of wonderful, this is a wonderful pour.
Oh, yeah.
So I need
Very
to
nice.
get this checked in.
Yeah, me too.
Because before I lose that beautiful bean footage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
The proper answer to, would you like to watch a movie of George Wendt eating beans?
Exactly. I have this rated as a 4.2 on Untapped.
I rated it a 4.25.
All right, so yeah, we're similar.
This is a fun one.
It is a fun one. And it's too perfect to not have for this.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I've been holding on to this one for a while. I found it a while ago and it's been stored in the fridge. Properly, of course, in a fridge.
Yeah. I got a 4-pack of it what I say, like 2.5 weeks ago. Because it's so good that I was like, well, I don't mind having more than one of this hanging out. So it's a good, easy drinking IPA, I would say.
Absolutely. I would say it's got the juicy and a little bit of the haze, which I really like,
Yeah, but none of it's unobtrusive. Like, I wouldn't
Right.
often say that I would drink an IPA like in a pool, but this IPA I would drink in a pool.
This is one of them, yeah. Another one that I would drink in the pool, but that's just because I really like it, is Hazy O by Dogfish.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I think I have drank that in the pool before.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So how do we?
Do you like my new glass?
Oh, it's a proper glass for IPAs.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got that on my Mecca.
Oh, you went to? Yeah. Do you want to tell the people a little bit about that? Because since the last time we talked, you went to your happy place.
I did. Yeah. We stayed in a nice little town in Delaware called Milton, which so happens to be where Dogfish Head is. So this is a nice Dogfish Head glass.
There you
go. We spent a couple days at the beach. It was delightful.
Mm-hmm.
Cece loved the boardwalk. There was a little, I'll call it an indoor amusement park.
Yeah.
It was cool. Yeah. Very fun. Very good time.
That's awesome. I was just thinking to myself, like, I have one glass that's like quote unquote proper for IPAs, and I got it actually with Dad. Dad and I went down to the Old Forge Brewing Company.
Mm-hmm.
And I used it this morning, but I had orange juice in it.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's appropriate,
Well, here's the thing that I've taken to doing. I may or may not have coined this term, but this is what I call them to myself. I made a faux mosa.
Fomosa.
It's orange. It's orange juice, and then I top it with some LaCroix.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with sparkling grape juice.
No, I just take some of my LaCroix.
No, that's smarter. Yeah.
And,
the pamplemousse.
Yeah, the pamplemousse LaCroix and some orange juice. So you have the citrus happening, but it gives the orange juice a little bit of effervescence, which, being a hazy beer fan, I think I like my citrus flavors to effervesce.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, so I figured for this, since the crux of us doing these two songs in one episode together is the fact that it is the 25th anniversary of the criminally short-lived Weird Al show, we kind of need to talk about how these songs fit with the show, and then the songs themselves also. So
now the timing, let's think about this real quick. The timing of the show, 1997, if it really ran much longer than one season, I think it would be very, very, very jarring, because it was 1998 that Al got his LASIK and did the whole image change. So season 1, he's going to be the glasses and look, where then he would change to more like the hair down, no glasses look, and it would just be very jarring to go from season 1 to season 2.
Yeah, but maybe he did that because the show didn't do well. Do you know what I mean? Would he have changed his hair? He could have worn fake glasses for the show.
I guess.
But yeah, it was an interesting time for it to have happened. So since we're drinking the Sci-Fi Hamster wheel, let's dig into Harvey the Wonder Hamster a little
Sure.
bit.
Okay.
Because the lore of Harvey the Wonder Hamster runs deep with Weird Al.
The song was on Alapalooza, right?
Right.
Which Alapalooza came out 93, so that's 4 years before the Weird Al show came out.
Right. And Harvey the Wonder Hamster existed as a character in the Al TV bits on MTV.
Uh-huh.
Helped Al answer the fan mail and did some of the stunts like what you see on the Weird Al show. So
Yes.
Harvey the Wonder Hamster as an entity has existed since the 80s. And
Right.
then
Do
Al
you think
did
it's the same hamster?
definitely not. Definitely not. I do love Harvey the Wonder Hamster in the Fat Man cartoon though on the Weird Al show.
Of course.
He's like the voice of reason for Fat Man.
Uh-huh.
It's great.
Well, yeah, Fat Man is like the bumbling idiot kind of thing, and Harvey is really the one that does everything
Yes.
to fix everything.
Harvey's like the
So not really like voice of reason, but like
competence?
Yes, the competence in the background.
Yeah. The Harvey the Wonder Hamster in the Fat Man cartoons is essentially the embodiment of an eye roll at everything Fat Man does.
Yes.
But my God. So I love that in the Weird Al show, Al essentially incorporated like 2 callbacks, a callback to a song from an album from 4 years before, and the song itself was a callback to a bit that he was doing on Al TV.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a stupid short song that I actually saw him perform live with a full symphony orchestra, which was an experience. I love that he whipped that song out with an orchestra.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like the opposite of an opus. It's like an anti-opus.
Well, he kind of did the same thing the first time we went to the Vanity tour. If you remember, he pulled out "Let Me Be Your Hug."
Yes.
Which was like, there was this big build up to it, and it's just like, "Let me be your hug." Okay.
Okay. Oh my
You don't
God.
expect that to see that song live.
No, you don't.
Not
You don't.
at all.
Like, oh dear. Yeah. Yeah, because he's got like you don't have something doesn't have to be incredibly epic to be incredibly humorous and have like a hold on your fan base. And like Al definitely covers both things. Like you have the epic that is Albuquerque, and then you have Harvey the Wonder Hamster. And they're both brilliant in their way for completely different reasons. So I have some questions about Harvey the Wonder Hamster.
Sure.
Why do you think he chose a hamster for this character in the first place?
Because hamsters are funny, and you wouldn't really expect them to be like what does a hamster do when you have it at home? It runs on a wheel all day. But he's putting this character to this being that anytime that they're really being observed in their typical setting is just running on a wheel or eating or drinking, not like ever really doing much of anything. But when you make this hamster do all these stunts, like it's just ridiculous. And I think Al's just a fan of the ridiculous.
Al is a fan of the ridiculous. Actually, I need to sidebar with you on this because the people are listening to this. You know, the day that this comes out is September 16th, right? But if people go back in time to this past Monday, I was on an episode of a podcast called The Ever Trending Story. And John, I promise you that this is going to make sense. What this podcast does is takes just like headlines of things that are trending in the news. And there's like 6 of them. And then they spin a random genre generator to pick the genre of the story. And then the one of the co-hosts, Garrett, started the story. Then I had to write some more of the story. Then he added some more, and then I finished it.
Okay.
And so then we go and we read through the story. Then we talk about writing it and things like that. The story, people, please go back and listen to this because the story was absolutely ridiculous. And it actually led to I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I don't even know why I ended it the way that I did, but I stand by it. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. So to get people in the front door of this episode, what was the topic and what was the genre?
The genre was crime heist.
Okay, so like almost like a film noir or just general crime.
General crime, like a heist movie, kind of like Ocean's
General
13, kind of general crime. Yeah, that kind of deal. And then some of the trends that were in it was like Kraft discontinuing a certain kind of mac and cheese, Stanley Cup playoffs, because that's when the trends were, generated. Oh God, what else was in there? Australia having like the hottest day of the year ever during that time, and there were a couple of others, but like it's basically just like headlines that you see that like you might have forgotten about because they're the news cycle is just so quick.
Sure.
And so then we have to work them into this crime heist story. So it's great, and I had a real hard time keeping a straight face while we were doing our reading of this. And then when it was finally over, I just like busted out. And then the host Garrett like thanked me for bringing like a level of absurdity that we don't often see. And I said, I owe a lot of this to Weird Al. I said, because I have a degree in creative writing.
Right.
But, you
have to be a silly person to make something silly.
Yes.
Like, you can't just be like a straight-laced person, and then if you try to write something silly, it's generally not going to be all that funny.
No.
But,
and so,
yeah.
But the point I was getting at was I was like, I wouldn't have written this when I was in grad school. Like, everybody thought I was silly enough writing a book of creative nonfiction essays about game shows, but they ain't seen nothing till they seen this story that I helped write. Okay. But yeah, it was super duper fun. And he's always looking for other people to come on and do it. So John, I'm not making any, commitments for you or whatever, but if you listen to this and you like the format, I had a blast. I had an absolute blast doing this. It was a ton of fun.
Sure. Okay.
So, anyway, so yeah, people check out this past Monday's episode of the Ever Trending Story. And the reason I brought this up in this conversation is because of how absurd Harvey the Wonder Hamster is. Like, you don't expect that. And to take it to the next level, right? The lyrics of the song, this hamster is doing nothing wonderful. He doesn't bite and he doesn't squeal. He just runs around in his hamster wheel.
Right.
But then in Al TV and in the
Weird Al, he's doing like this flea circus kind of stuff.
He's got the little motorcycle and he's like jumping through fire. And it's like, okay, but that is mentioned nowhere in the song.
No. But he is a wonder hamster.
He is a wonder hamster. I firmly believe that any pet that you have, if you love it and you believe in it, is a wonder, whatever, insert animal here.
Absolutely.
So, I'm just very pro pet. I'm not pro pain. They're wonderful. Yes.
Yeah. You're full of wonder.
I'm full of wonder and awe. And awe. Yeah, so I mean, I'm glad we are lumping these two songs together the way that they are, because as brilliant as Harvey the Wonder Hamster is, I really
that episode, if it was just a standalone, it would be more chaos and off the rails kind of stuff, conversation that's not related to the song like we normally have anyway. Yeah. But that would be like, just if like take our normal show and put it up to 11. Yeah. Or 27, if you
27. Will. That would be the epitome of that.
Epitome, yeah.
Oh, before I completely get off Ever Trending Story, Garrett did say that he loves our rapport. He's like, you can tell that you guys are siblings. He goes, because you two are just so comfortable and natural to listen to, talk to each other. And like, you don't get that a lot of places. So I'm like, cool. I said, well, I've known him his entire life, and he is his sister's brother.
Yep, I'm my sister's brother.
That's great.
Yeah. Like, it made so much sense at the time that I said it. But
I like that it's a thing now.
Yeah.
It's a thing now.
to think about it, it just sounds so dumb. But like, no, like, I think it was relating to me talking to people on Reddit, and I'm like, oh no, I'm Lauren's brother. I'm my sister's brother.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kudos to you, by the way, for representing the show on Reddit, because
Yeah.
I don't have the energy to deal with that crap.
No, and I don't really do it all that often. I should probably get on there more, but if something pops up,
you field it when you can. I will tell you, when the Weird Al movie comes out, like,
oh yeah, it's gonna have to be there.
handle it. You know,
I'll try.
I'll handle everything else. You just be there to be like, yep, we're on it. We like it. It's good.
Yeah.
But
You're assuming we're gonna like it. Like, what if we don't like it? What if we love it?
Very good. We are gonna love it. We're gonna love it.
Natalie will be like, "Do you like me?" And I'm like, "No, I love you."
Oh,
yeah.
I like you.
I don't like you. I love you.
I love you.
How you doing on your beer? I feel like I'm almost done with this.
Yeah,
because like the shape of this glass is like super small down here, so it looks like I have more than I do.
Yeah, no, I'm
It's very, very drinkable, as you said.
Yeah, this is a very drinkable IPA. I'm glad we started with this because we'll get to it in a second, and then we'll shift gears after this and get into
once we finish
show.
these beers, we're gonna switch topics from Harvey to Weird Al show theme song. We promise you, folks.
We promise you. Like, we planned
coming.
this all out. This is our Weird Al show anniversary celebration. I have a button that can make me echo. Why did I do it manually? I have a button that could do it, and I didn't even hit this one when we did it.
I had to pop myself a beer.
Yeah. I thought you did.
No! I popped the beer.
Not.
I never hit the button. Yeah. That was dumb of me.
Popped the beer. I have an iced coffee on my desk over there.
Do ya?
I do.
We doing peels, uppers and downers.
It's like I try to shoehorn in as many of them as I can.
That's important. That's important.
Do you have any warnings to give people?
Well, yesterday, as of the release of this, I went and I saw Ringo.
Oh.
Yeah, and his all-star band.
How was that?
Great.
Let's see. What songs did they play?
He probably opened with Maxwell, which is the Carl Perkins
probably
cover.
opened.
Yeah, and then you've got Steve Lukather from Toto, so I'm going to see Hold the Line, Rosanna, and Africa, and Edgar Winter is there, so we're going to get Frankenstein and Free Ride, and some other things like that. We're going to probably get Octopus's Garden.
Which song do you like better, Frankenstein or Free Ride?
Depends on my mood. They're two completely different songs. You know,
I don't know why Free Ride, just by the title of it, I know the song, but when you just hear the first thing my mind goes to is actually Slow Ride for some reason.
Yeah.
So it takes me a minute to realize what song you're actually talking about when you say Free Ride, but then I think about it and I'm like, okay, no, that's not Slow Ride.
Yeah, it's Free Ride.
Because it's not Fog. It's Edgar Winter, not Foghat.
Right. And I would feel like if you were getting a Free Ride, you don't really have any grounds to complain if it's a slow ride.
Right.
Because it's free.
I like Frankenstein. I that song's just a bop. It slaps.
It does slap. I saw that Edgar Winter was in Ringo's All-Star Band the first time I saw them in 2003 with Mom.
Oh my God.
We went to Radio City Music Hall. And so I'm sitting in Radio City Music Hall with Mom, and he played Frankenstein. Dude, you felt it. The floor shook.
I'm sure you felt the bass in your bones.
I did. And I'm like I said, I'm sitting in Radio City Music Hall.
That place was probably rocking.
It was awesome. So that was a whole That was a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think Colin Hay was in the band that time.
Yeah.
Colin Hay's in the band again too. So I'm gonna see
Whoa.
Who Can It Be Now?
Nice.
I'm gonna see. I have seen
You have seen, yeah.
because it was yesterday.
Uh-huh. When all your troubles seemed so far away.
So far away. Yeah, incredibly far away. We like Harvey the Wonder Hamster. I think at one point, Dad likes hamsters.
We like it. We like it.
Doesn't Dad like
It's number
hamsters?
94. Like, I don't know if Dad likes hamsters. I know he had a hamster. Wasn't it named like Percy or something? Or
Something like
Precious.
Dad had a hamster named
Precious.
Precious. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the reason that is in my head is because at some point, like, it was going like 2 years ago, like when we had just started the show, I remember Dad being like, I want to be on for one of the hamster songs. And like now we've hit both hamster
We've hit them
songs.
both.
I'm like, sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. I mean, there's
Oops,
only
all
so
hamsters.
many Father's Days. Oops, all
Oops.
hamsters. So,
Did you
what is
like
That gets me
dribbles?
thinking,
Oops,
though.
all hamsters.
Oops, all hamsters. What is a hamster's like natural habitat? Like, you don't see hamsters in the wild, right?
Are there this is a good question. Are there
They've
wild
been
hamsters?
at some point in their history, right?
Did there have to be?
Where did hamsters come from then? It's not like they were created in a lab.
Well, what I'm saying is they could have been like bred from wild rodents to create the hamster, much like different dog breeds were developed. You've never seen a wild Doberman.
I suppose. Okay.
I'm sorry, I just pooped on your wild hamster theory.
Yeah.
But you know
I
what?
mean, maybe.
Wait a minute. I'll go check.
All right, that's on you, man.
I'm checking.
You're checking. The history of hamsters. Why don't they teach that in college?
Oh. Okay.
Is this a dark history?
This is a weird thing for me as a sister to be reading to you, my brother.
Oh no.
Although the golden hamster, Mesocridius auratus, was first described scientifically by George Robert Waterhouse in 1839, researchers were not able to successfully breed and domesticate hamsters until 1939. The entire laboratory and pet populations of golden hamsters appear to be descendants of a single brother-sister pairing.
Yuck.
These littermates were captured and imported in 1930 from Aleppo in Syria by Israel Arharoni, a zoologist of the University of Jerusalem.
Huh.
So, all this to say,
They are Middle Eastern.
all hamsters are related.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Strange.
So maybe Harvey is a wonder hamster due to all the inbreeding.
Odd. Weird.
Weird. How are you with your sci-fi hamster wheel? Are you ready to move on?
Done. Donezo.
Chugged it. All right. Hey, and we're doing good on time here. So now I'm going to hit the button at the appropriate time.
I had to pop myself a beer.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on to the Weird Al Show theme portion of our program as we crack new beers. Oh, mine's a pretty color.
Nice. Mine is going to be a pretty color as well.
Pre-show, John and I had a bit of a powwow because knowing that we both had Sci-Fi Hamster Wheel by some amazing stroke of luck, we were really only tasked with individually finding beers for the Weird Al Show portion of our show. And so we've talked about this on the show many times. Crack it. Krakatoa. We've talked about this on the show many times. How sours don't drink quite as fast as some other styles of beer for us. So I was like, oh, my other beer is a sour. I should probably start with the IPA, right? So that I know that I'm going to get to the second beer. Oh, yeah. So I'll talk about mine here real quick first. I have a sour ale with strawberries, blueberries, honey, vanilla, and lactose called Bears on Rampage.
Bears on
And
Rampage.
this is from Hidden Springs Ale Works in Tampa, Florida. I don't know, it's a 5.5% ABV. And I have this because the funny little man was caught in a bear trap, and I'll set him free. Bears on Rampage.
Interesting pairing you have there with
I know,
the bear trap.
right?
With the bear trap. Now, I've basically had this beer since we started the show. So it's been in my fridge for a couple years.
Jeez.
Yeah.
For real?
For real. For real.
That's
It's been in my fridge for a couple years.
That's wild.
I have from Lickinghole Creek Craft Brewery.
Lickinghole.
Wait. It gets better.
Oh, God.
Lickinghole Creek Craft Brewery in Goochland, Virginia. Oh, man. Put your beer down. I don't want you to spill it.
I'm going to take a sip of it.
Okay. It's called Bear Bait. Bear Bait. Because he was caught in a bear trap.
I'll set him free.
So we have the same freaking pairing.
It's great. Great minds, bro. Great minds.
Yeah, this is a Berliner Weiss ale with blackberries.
Oh my God.
We brewed this Berliner Weiss for those hot summer days that you just can't seem to catch your thirst. Soured with a blend of lactic acid forming bacteria that lend to big notes of freshly cut lemon wedges. We then blended with blackberries to create a tart, crisp, fruity, and beautifully hued libation to keep you hydrated. We hope you love this Berliner as much as the bears on our farm love our blackberries.
Lickinghole.
From Goochland, Virginia.
From Goochland.
Goochland.
It's so great.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, so we got to talk about the Weird Al show theme now.
Well, I mean, it's the story of a man named Al. He
Yep.
lived in a sewer with his hamster pal.
Yeah, and the sanitation workers.
Sanitation workers didn't really approve of that.
Yep.
So he packed up his accordion and had to move to a city in Ohio where he lived in a tree, and he worked at a nasal decongestant factory. He played on the company bowling team. Every single night, he had this strange recurring dream where he was wearing lederhosen in a vat of sour cream. But that's really not important to the story. The very next year, he met a dental hygienist with a spatula tattooed on her arm. But he didn't keep in touch. He lost her number. He got himself a job on a tater tot farm. He spent his life savings on a split-level cave 20 miles below the surface of the earth. He really makes a mighty fine jelly bean and pickle sandwich for what it's worth. One day, Al was in the forest trying to get a tan. He heard the tortured screaming of a funny little man. He was caught in a bear trap. Al set him free. The guy that he rescued was grateful as can be, and it turns out he was a big shot producer on TV. He gives Al a contract, and what do you know? And he's got his very own Weird Al show.
Yeah, the Weird Al show. Yeah, the Weird Al show. Yeah, the Weird Al show. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. The fact that you just...
Did you like my interpretation of... Yeah.
I thought it was beautiful. And the fact that you just recited the lyrics to the Weird Al show theme...
I'm not reading them.
You're not reading them. This reminds me of an amusing anecdote.
Okay.
It was...
Is that one of your buttons?
Not yet. I gotta work on it.
Oh, what are you doing?
I know. I'm sorry. I'm the worst. This was 2015, I want to say. So your current in-laws were at that point your future in-laws.
Okay, yeah.
Do you remember We had one of those big long booths at Sabatini's,
Yes. Uh-huh.
and I was up visiting. Mom and Dad were there. You were there. Your then future, now current wife Natalie was there. Her parents and her sister Rosalie and her Sarah. I'm sorry, Rosalie's the
Rosalie
kid.
did not exist yet.
Rosalie was actually in utero at the time, so Rosalie was there.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yep, because I remember everybody was drinking beer, but Sarah couldn't. So
Okay.
because of Rosalie. So Rosalie was there. Natalie's sister Sarah was there, and then her husband also. And so we're all packed into this big long booth at Sabatini's, and something happened that struck the same chord in your brain and my brain at the exact same time. And we kind of locked eyes across this booth at Sabatini's, and we sang the Weird Al show theme in its entirety. And your now current, then future in-laws looked at us much like a cow looks at an oncoming train.
Uh-huh.
And we did that. That happened.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It did.
And I think of that. Every time I'm at Sabatini's, I think of that.
Do you think of it every time you hear the Weird Al Show theme song?
Probably, yeah. Because that was a beautiful moment. Because it existed. And we just had like this... We know the lyrics to this theme song. And it was just like...
We had this mind meld.
We had a mind meld and we just went into it. And yeah, it was great. And now I've done several episodes with guests about the album Running with Scissors, which is what the Weird Al show theme is on.
Yes.
So obviously the Weird Al show theme was recorded well before the brunt of the songs on Running with Scissors, because it was just put on there because of the show.
Yeah.
So I've done a lot of episodes about Running with Scissors, and people's opinions of the Weird Al show theme tends to vary wildly. And I'm finding in talking to people that it is rooted in, did you watch the show or not?
Okay. So give me an example of how somebody interprets it without having watched the show versus somebody that has.
Somebody who hasn't watched the show will say something along the lines of, I don't get how this fits on this album. Somebody who has watched the show would be like, yay, a place to listen to the theme song.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of feel the same way about Harvey the Wonder Hamster fitting on Alapalooza.
Oh, wait, because it doesn't.
Or George of the Jungle fitting on Dare to Be Stupid.
It absolutely doesn't.
Right. It's the same kind of feeling there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this theme song is great. And it definitely brings in there's a lot of in-jokes for Weird Al people in this, too. The spatula tattooed on her arm.
The tater tot farm.
I would love a tater tot farm. I feel like they do
just be a potato farm.
I was gonna say, like, tater tot farms kind of exist in that.
Tater tots are processed potatoes. They're not naturally occurring,
much like hamsters,
as we've found.
But yeah, it's a great theme song. It has it sets up the show, but it has nothing to do with the show. It just kind of tells you why he lives where he lives and why he has a TV show.
I think it kind of sets a tone for the show.
Oh, it for sure sets a tone for the show.
You know? Like, if you hear this kind of theme song to a show, you're not expecting a show that's going to make sense.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, that's a top tier television theme song.
Down, 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 down. Oh my God, it is.
And it totally fits like the genre of show that those shows are.
Sets the tone.
Law and Order, for those of you that don't know it.
I didn't sing it well enough for you people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The SVU one has like some real smooth jazz in the middle.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, yes, you're right. It definitely sets the tone for the show. And we would be remiss if we talked about the theme song for the Weird Al show if we didn't talk a bit about the show itself. And I realized somewhere back in the archives of this, I have a very special episode with a guest that we did kind of talk about some of the great triumphs and like the many failures of the Weird Al show. But we got to talk about it a little bit here because we are celebrating the 25th anniversary of this thing that we had for a few short months at the end of 1997.
Yeah. The episode, there's two things I remember the most from the show. I remember it's really basically the first two episodes. I remember Spike.
Yes.
Being like the jerk. He looks like Derek Carr, the quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And I just remember Weird Al promising that John Tesh was going to show up.
John Tesh.
John Tesh. Like, where does that come from?
Probably because John Tesh was one of the people they could get to agree to be on.
I guess.
But another thing with it is, that episode with John Tesh, because Weird Al is trying to raise money to get John Tesh to appear because he lied to all of his friends. Because that was
he was friends with them, yeah.
That was the moral of that episode. Don't lie! And because of all the yelling in the pre. But anyway, Al was trying to raise money to get John Tesh to make an appearance. And so he started selling things like what's the word? Infomercial style?
Yeah.
And forks with a 4-tined food stabber.
4-tined food stabber, yep.
And I remember like watching that episode, and then not long after that, we went to the Olive Garden.
I need a 4-tined food stabber.
Well, the forks at the Olive Garden only have 3 tines.
3-tined food stabber.
And I remember, like, I held up the fork at the Olive Garden, and I remember looking at Mom and going, "This is only a 3-tined food stabber."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's great. There were some really great moments on that show and a lot of stuff that still lives on when you think about Weird Al stuff. Like, that's where we first got to see "I'm so angry at my idiotic barber."
Oh, my God. I wish that got a full-fledged song.
Yeah.
You know, that would have been... But really, how much more could you do with that?
You can't...
And that song doesn't really hit as well without the
visual.
the visual. So I get it in a way.
Yeah, it was perfect in that medium.
But it's like, oh.
And then Papa Booley and Baby Booley.
Baby Booley. Yeah.
That was great. Like, anytime he sits down to watch TV, I feel like that's always a highlight of the Weird Al show.
Yeah.
I love Bobby, the Inquisitive Boy.
Bobby the Inquisitive Boy, yeah.
I love the guy who lives in the wall.
And then what was the fake superhero? Not Fat Man. The one that was like would actually show up at his place.
I'm having a brain fart, so.
Wait a minute. I'll go check.
I remember he looked like the Phantom.
Yes. The Hooded Avenger.
Ah, okay. Anybody famous come out of the show like Lawrence Fishburne came out of Pee-wee?
No. Like Al played Fred Huggins, who was the, Papa Booley, Baby Booley. You have Stan Freberg is Papa Booley, and the JB Toppersmith, the TV executive.
Yep, okay.
Brian Haley, the Hooded Avenger. Brian Haley, the Hooded Avenger, was Bud Bronski in season 7 of Wings after Lowell left.
Ah, okay. Post Lowell
Wings, because Lowell, I think, had to go into the witness protection program.
Oh, that's right.
Spoilers for a 90s sitcom.
Yeah, I don't remember too much about Wings. I did watch the first few seasons of it on Netflix when it was when it was on there, and yeah, I enjoyed it. It's in the same universe as Cheers, right?
Cheers and Frasier, yeah, because
Cheers and
Norm and
Frasier.
Cliff go there, and so do Frasier and Lilith. And fun fact about that, in a season, I want to say seven or eight episode of Frasier, Niles is actually sitting down at the piano playing the piece of classical music that is the theme song for Wings.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that was a little like, hey, we see you there.
Homage.
It was a little homage. Yeah. One thing that always bothers me about Wings is Helen. Okay. She tells stories about growing up on Nantucket with these guys and how they were both her friends. Why in the hell does she have a Texas accent? Like, if she moved when she was a kid, like, that accent would be gone.
Uh-huh.
It's not going to stay around that long. Like, do you remember, I had friends in school that were from, like, places where English wasn't even their first language, but, like, they moved when they were young enough that, like, they speak, like, regular. Like, you're not going to keep your Texas accent if you were living on Nantucket by the age of 6.
Right. Yeah, I got ya. You know what bothers me about Wings?
What?
I couldn't name a single member of Wings, but Paul McCartney steals the show.
Linda McCartney. That's great. I like how we did this whole Wings thing. Because I knew exactly where you were going. Oh my God, I'm blanking on his. Yeah, Linda was also in Wings.
See, right? You just proved my point.
I did just prove your point. Have you ever seen the movie Role Models with Paul Rudd?
I think so.
Okay.
Is that with Paul Rudd and the one
Stifler?
Is it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't have any right to be as good as it actually is. Okay.
That's where Stifler, the guy that plays Stifler, he's really into Kiss, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking of the right movie. Okay.
Yes.
And then they get into LARPing later on.
Yeah, because of
McLovin.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm tracking. Yeah.
Okay. So
it took me a minute to realize, okay, I know I've seen and heard of Role Models, but I'm like, what one is that again? Yeah, okay.
So I love how we're describing this movie by calling people characters they played in movies that are not
different.
this movie.
Yes.
Anyway, there's a running gag in that. We're like, oh, the band Wings. Do you know any Wings songs? And they play something that Paul Rudd's character knows is not Wings, and they're playing it. But then the end credits, they recorded that song and had it sound like Wings. And I didn't know about this until the episode that was that came out last week, where I was talking with David from the Piecing It Together podcast about non-Weird Al parody songs. And he brought that up as like a non-Weird Al style parody. He's like, this sounds just like Wings. And then I was like, oh, I got to check that out. And so then in between the time we recorded that and like the time the episode came out, Russ, who hadn't heard it yet, the episode, because it hadn't come out yet, was like, oh, hey, Role Models. Like, this movie is pretty good. You might like it. I was like, oh, okay. And then when they did the first Wings joke, I was like, oh, this is the one with the song he was talking about. And so then by the time the episode came out, I had heard it. But when I recorded the episode, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to
like, oh, check it out. Yeah.
And so it happened. And man, like when it gets to the end credits, I was like, holy crap, they did a really good job making this sound like Wings.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's brilliant.
So I'm going to... We talked earlier today about how today was my first time back at church since like the start of the pandemic. And having gone back after so long, I see so many familiar faces and like the names names of these characters that Natalie and I have created for these people. Like there's this one guy, he looks just like Carl Fredricksen from Up.
Okay.
So we're like, Carl Fredricksen. Or this one guy that we know speaks really loud. We call him Mr. Loudman. There's this bigger guy, like tall, built guy, but he just seems like he's so nice. We call him Gentle Giant.
Oh.
Well, today was one of the days where I guess the organist was out of town or just wasn't there. So they had a guitarist, like an acoustic guitarist, and he has these two background singers. And the one background singer we know as a reader, she has like this foreign accent, and it reminds me, like this music duo reminds me of. Do you remember the movie A Mighty Wind?
Yes.
It just reminds me of that. There's the foreign lady singer and the folk guitarist, and I'm just like sitting there, like, man, I need to watch A Mighty Wind again.
That's a good movie.
It's a good movie. Same people that made
Best in
Show and
Final
this
Tap.
is Final Tap.
This
yeah.
is Final Tap.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. I need to watch that movie again.
They're all so good. Gosh darn. I love Best in Show. I think if you were to like ask me, like, and this is sacrilegious as somebody who is on a quote end quote music podcast. But if you were to ask me, like, Lauren, would you rather watch this with Spinal Tap or Best in Show? I will say Best in Show 100% of the time.
Yeah, I think this is Spinal Tap. Although it's funny for what it is very deeply rooted in like the 70s and 80s ethos of what a rock group was at the time.
Yeah.
Where Best in Show, it's a little bit more modern. There's a little bit more modern jokes to it. And so it might just hold up a little bit better.
Yeah, because also the culture around dog shows doesn't change as much as the culture around like music. So like you could watch Best in Show right now, and like you're gonna get those exact same dog show people wearing basically the exact same clothes, because like dog show handler wardrobes leave much to be desired as far as fashion is concerned.
Yeah. Yeah, but like the same thing kind of goes for A Mighty Wind, though, because that's like Best in Show, but for like folk artists. Mm-hmm. And folk artists don't change. That style of music is the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
I need to watch that movie. I need to find where I can watch it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's readily available somewhere. Those all kind of have to be. I feel like they're just part of what is.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, the Weird Al show, it's trying to get, onto it a little bit, because I mean, the Weird Al show, it does have moments of that same kind of humor where it's kind of poking fun at the thing that it is. But, the Weird Al show also had an anchor around it in that, like, there were things that had to do, as far as the network was concerned, for like children's programming. Right. So that was a bit of a bummer there, but like, hey, look, it's our good friends, the Bare Naked Ladies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what got me into them.
Yeah, for sure. They did Shoebox on the Weird Al show after they came back from the Renaissance Fair.
And I remember, instead of actually buying the album that song came off of, I bought the single. Yeah, I bought the single, Shoebox EP, instead of buying Born on a Pirate Ship.
That's great.
Because I guess The Wall didn't have Born on a Pirate Ship.
Funny. No, The Wall didn't.
Yes, The Wall.
Yeah, where they put this.
Where you got a CD and you put the little sticker from them on the back of it, and so that way if you damaged it, you could just replace it.
I wonder if that lifetime guarantee is still any good.
I don't think The Wall exists anymore. They're FYE now.
Yeah, but I wonder if that lifetime guarantee is still any good.
Probably not.
No, probably not.
Because when's the last time you were in an FYE?
They don't have them around.
Do they really still sell CDs?
No, not really. And actually,
probably not.
To that point, after we're done here recording today, I actually have to go to a store in one of the big shopping complexes down here. Have you ever gone to a Second in Charles?
No.
Okay. It's a cool store. They have a lot of fun, like, pop culture stuff in there. Okay. But they're also like a secondhand retailer. And they deal in like secondhand stuff. So I had a moment with myself and I was like, when was the last time I actually listened to a CD?
For me, it was honestly maybe a month ago. I was in the car and I, instead of listening to my Bluetooth, I hit the CD button, and my wedding CD was in there.
Okay, so you had that, but like that was a special CD, but like, you know what I mean?
Right, and what I do in my center console, I have probably about 5 or 6 CDs in there.
Okay.
Miles Davis, I have in there. I think I have another trumpet player, Maynard Ferguson. There we go.
There you
Maynard
go.
Ferguson, and then I think I have the 3 Brack CDs.
Okay, so like those are important. Don't ever get rid of those.
Right.
But what I did was, since I moved into this house, my CDs have all just lived in a box, in two boxes in the closet. And I'm like, I literally haven't touched these in like 6 months.
Uh-huh.
So I went down to the Second and Charles yesterday with them, and I was like, what will you give me for these? And so they go through every single one, and they're not going to take all of them and this, that, and the other. Long story short, after we're done here, I'm going to go down there because they made me an offer on what they were going to take. And there's some that they weren't going to take. I don't know what they did or didn't take, or how much I'm actually going to have to take back or whatever. But like, you get a cash offer or you get a store credit offer, and the store credit offer is like almost twice as much as the cash offer. So I'm like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna go. That's where I got my Super
Look
Nintendo.
around the store before you take that offer.
I've looked around the store. That's where I got my Super Nintendo doormat.
Oh, okay.
So I'm literally saying, like, all these CDs that I've never listened to, I haven't listened to in years. I've just kind of had. Like, and I went through it, and I was like, anything I wanted to keep, like, I did keep, you know, but I'm also just like, I don't need this. You know, the one thing I made sure that I kept was Matchbox 20's first album, Yourself or Someone Like You, because that was the first CD I bought with my own money. That actual copy of it.
No,
and so I'm like, I'm going to keep that.
That's special to you, yeah.
Like, if the Weird Al ones were here, obviously, those would not be going anywhere, all this, that, and the other. But it's like, I've got all the Stevie Nicks I want on vinyl, and I think that's cooler to have than a CD anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
I can stream all of it, and I'm just like, why? Why? You know? So I'm going to get some other stuff that's going to bring me joy now and thank these CDs for their service.
So like what did you put up to get rid of? Give me some examples here. Oh
my God. Like, seriously, a lot of greatest hits stuff, like the Who's greatest hits, like basically all this, like the Who that I have. Because when I got there, dude, I will tell you this, the guy, I came up with like a big box of CDs, and I was like, I have CDs. And the guy kind of frowned at me, and he's like, is it classical or jazz? I'm like, no, it's all like pop and rock and stuff, like classic rock kind of stuff. He's like, oh, okay. He goes, because you wouldn't believe how many people troll Goodwills for like classical stuff and then bring them in and try and like turn a profit on them. He's like, we're not taking any of that. And I was like, oh, no.
No, these are my personal collection.
This is my stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I'm not mad about it, but it felt, you know, it's one of those things that felt good to do. Because like you and I know that there is the opportunity to put an emotional attachment on stuff, but to be like, I'm going to keep this one because it was the first CD I bought with my own money, but I haven't used these other things. Why do I need them taking up space? There's something really liberating and freeing about that. And now I can look, actually, because they were sitting in this room in a closet right over here. I can look and be like, there's more free space there now.
Yeah.
And I get to get some fun things to either put on the wall or something else that's just going to enhance rather than have to be tucked away in a box. So.
Absolutely makes sense.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But man, like they're real, because like, it's essentially acting as like a pawn shop situation. So I had to fill out like this whole like real intense form with like all my personal information, like my driver's license info. They needed my like height, my weight, my eye color.
I promise this wasn't all stolen.
And a thumbprint.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
your identity is going to be stolen.
No. Well, I have had all my prints done from when I was a teller at the bank.
Oh, yeah.
I had to go to the police station on my birthday and got all my 10 fingertip prints done. So
Cool.
Yeah. I feel like we could put a pin in this if you want to. We talked about Harvey the Wonder Hamster. We talked a bit about the Weird Al show, and then we went off on a patented Beard Al tangent.
Absolutely.
So,
what's your favorite part of the Weird Al show theme song?
I like the end. Yeah, the Weird Al show. No, yeah. I just like the way it sounds.
Cool.
But also the part that kind of begs for a call and answer with a spatula tattooed on her arm.
On her arm.
Right. Because that's when you know somebody knows what they're talking about. Because if you say with a spatula tattooed on her arm.
On her arm.
And if somebody doesn't do that, you're like, excuse me. You call yourself a Weird Al fan? I don't think so. I'm going to take your Weird Al card away.
I think this was a missed opportunity for him, though, when he says 20 miles below the surface of the Earth. I guess 27 adds a couple more syllables, which might not fit as good, but
yeah, no, I get that. But hey, not everything can be 27.
No, I mean you're only 27 for 1 year, right?
That's true. That's exactly the truth. Well,
put that on a t-shirt.
Put that on.
You're only 27 for a year.
Yeah, you're only 27 for a year. Oh my God. Before we wrap up here, I would like to give the people a little teaser for what we have coming up in the next 2 weeks, because due to scheduling, we're going to have 2 very special episodes in a row. And then John's going to be back for 2 episodes in a row as opposed to flip-flopping.
Yeah.
And then we'll get back on our regular schedule after that, where it's kind of every other week. So next week, we're going to have a neat, very special episode where I actually have Russ's 16-year-old son, Zach, on to rank the tracks of Mandatory Fun.
Whoa! Make sure you give that a listen.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Zach had Coke in glass bottles.
Nice.
It was his fancy beverage. And then it's kind of a happy accident how scheduling made it happen this way, because there was going to be like an episode with you and me in between these, but I liked that they're going to be a week apart, because Mandatory Fun, Weird Al's last proper album, and then coming up on September 30th, I am doing a ranking episode of the the self-titled debut album with our friend Mike from the Pub Trivia Experience and Boozy Back Bracketology. Mike. So we're going to have back-to-back weeks of having a very young Weird Al fan review Weird Al's most recent album with me, to a more seasoned Weird Al fan, Mike, see, I didn't call you old, to a more seasoned Weird Al fan cover Weird Al's first album with me. So That'll be a fun little back-to-back thing. And then October is pretty much the month of John. There's 4 Fridays in October, and you're going to be here for 3 of them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think we know what we're doing for those yet, but we'll figure that out soon.
Yeah, we know what we're doing for the last Friday in October, but we don't know.
Yes, we do.
The other 2.
Everything else, it's like,
it's up in the air. We'll figure it out. So actually, people, you know what? You have time. If you're hearing this, and if there's a song that we haven't covered that you'd like to hear us cover, throw it out there in social media. And if it's something that we're prepared to do beer-wise, we will put it into consideration.
Yeah. You know what? Let's put it up to the fans. There's time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to let us know by...
Put it on Twitter today.
I'll put it on Twitter today. But I'm telling people, let us know by September 24th.
Okay.
Okay? Because right now you're listening to this on September 16th. So you've got a little over a week to 2 songs, 2 weeks in a row. What do you want to hear us do?
Just try to make it a song that we haven't done yet.
It's got to be a song we haven't done yet.
Got to be a song we haven't done yet.
If you throw a song at us that we've done before, we're not going to do it. It's not going to count.
Disregarding.
Disregard. Your answer will be thrown away with the trash, like the dirty, filthy answer that it is.
We are warning you. With peace and love.
I'm warning you with peace and love.
Don't recommend
Do not send in song requests that we've already done.
Right.
They will be tossed.
They will be tossed. I'm just too busy.
Yeah.
I've got
that fit in perfectly.
I've got too much to do.
If it is postmarked after the 20th of September. It will be tossed.
The 24th of September. It will be tossed.
Yeah.
We're giving you till the 24th. Yeah, because
Okay.
then we're going to probably record the weekend after that. So that gives us a week to get our beer and
Uh-huh.
get sorted out and everything.
Right,
So,
yeah.
I'll put it on Twitter soon. And
Hell, I might already have a beer for it. There's a lot of beer that I have set aside for this show that we just have not gotten to.
Yeah.
It's a whole quadrant of my fridge, you guys.
I know.
So
It's exciting for him.
I bet that you're gonna pick one that I have a song, or you're gonna pick a song that I have a beer for.
Okay.
I
So
hope.
we'll see.
I hope.
Okay. I will tweet about it. Well, actually, you're listening to this. I have tweeted about it, but I'm gonna tweet about it again when this episode is out and remind people that you have until September 24th to suggest songs for us to do for the first 2 Fridays in October. So I guess with that, we should probably, I feel like...
And that's when those security guards threw us out.
Yeah, you know what? We covered 2 songs in an hour 5. That's
think
pretty good.
That is pretty great.
Point to your mother!
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna put a pin in this, and I'm just gonna say this has been the Beard Al Podcast, a podcast where we talk about 2 of the greatest things in the world, beer and Weird Al. And I'm still Lauren.
And I'm Dancing John.
He's Dancing John. And we're gonna come at you again next time, people. And we told you what we were gonna be coming at you with, and then you get to pick what we come at you with after that. You could pick your friends, you could pick your nose, and you could pick the songs on the Beard Al Podcast.
Sorry, we got a 1. We got a pencil again.